All right, so here we are. Cue the commentaries episode. The topic now, the spontaneous question of the hour, is letting go. I think letting go is probably one of the most important things that humanity needs to learn, and it's so intrinsic to human life and can be so easily neglected and avoided and missed out on. From the very first moment that a parent holds a child, a newborn baby, it's very difficult, but there needs to be that recognition that they have to let the child go, and that they may have to watch that child die, and they may have to watch that child's heart break. And that child, while not perhaps capable at that moment, needs to grow up to understand that it too will have to let go of its parents, to leave the nest, to watch its parents die and grow old and perhaps forget them. And so that letting go is such an intrinsic part of life. It's unavoidable, but we fight it. We resist letting go so badly that we create tremendous suffering for ourselves. In Buddhism, with dukkha and the ways of suffering, it's divided into, I think it's 4 aspects, and they include, the detachment from worries of death, the detachment from others, the detachment of goals, and the detachment from objects. And that's really what our life is centered around. Life on earth, life in this existence, and our everyday being is attachment to our bodies and our health, attachment to our relationships, attachment to the material world that we've developed, and attachment to our goals. And so all of that attachment creates suffering out of our fear of not having what we're attached to. That's such a scary thought. It's terrifying. And I can tell you, after having worked at some things for over 20 years, to face the fact that I could lose them, or perhaps should lose them, or might wake up in the morning and have them gone, is something that very easily can keep me awake at night. And it's something that I really encourage people to address very strongly, and realize that the more detached we are, the happier we'll be. And yet, we have to keep our health, we have to maintain our relationships, we have to practice having goals and objectives, and we certainly do have to look after the material life around us. We have to feed our cats and put oil in our cars and prosper the relationships we have. This is such a dear and important topic that I can't stress enough. We just need to look at that and be willing to, it really is just be willing to let go of everything and anything, and realize that it might happen. All we can do is be happy with what we have in the present, be hopeful with what we might have in the future, and learn from what we've had in the past. Because in this present moment, letting go is the greatest gift we could give ourselves. Thank you. Screw dial bell.